You are going to have a lot of fun watching this video. Game starts with e4, e5, nf3, nc6, bishop b5. So the Ruy Lopez it is a6, bishop a4, d6. So far so good, everything going normal. But white is in mood to make it interesting. Strikes in the center with d4. Threat is to play d5 and killing this pin knight. Black counterattacks with b5, bishop b3. This is an hanging bishop having no support from his team. As white is in attacking mood, he thought that this hanging bishop can be killed. He directly sacrificed bishop takes f7 check, king takes f7. White's plan is very simple. Let's give a check and then kill the bishop. So knight g5 check. Black played a genius move, capturing queen takes knight. Hoo la la! White's plan has boomeranged on him. Bishop takes queen, king takes d1, knight takes d4. Now count the pieces. For 2 minor pieces of white, black has 3 minor pieces. And this game is a corner for white. To see the beast mode of queen, let's dive into this game. So far it is Ruy Lopez. Black's next move is a6, bishop a4, knight f6. White just castles, giving this freebie. Knight takes e4, d4, b5, bishop b3, e takes d4, knight takes d4, knight c5, knight takes c6, pawn takes c6. And the killing tactics begins with bishop takes f7. Idea is to remove the defender for black queen. King e7, try to save the queen. Rook e1 check. Knight e6. And here comes the stunning move. Bishop g5 check. King takes f7. Bishop takes d8. Queen is gone. Recaptured by knight. Queen takes d8. And everything is pinned here. Black tried to attack with bishop b7, but queen c7 check, king f6, and queen takes b7. Queen has literally looted all the pieces of black. Let's run through initial moves: e4, e5, nf3, nc6, bishop b5, a6. So far so common. Bishop a4, knight f6, white castles, and greedy black king asks knight to capture at e4. Rook e1, hanging knight was supported by d5, d3, knight f6, boom, knight takes e5, pressuring the pin and prepared for discover attack. Bishop e7, knight takes c6. If black plays b takes c6, then bishop takes c6, poking on queen and rook. bd7, bishop takes a8. Stopping these ideas, foolish black played queen d6 and stunning move by white, knight takes e7. b5, now the final blow, a discovered check by rook, like knight takes c8 check, king d8, knight takes queen. Black just collapsed in few moves before he even realized. This complex game will make you think deeper. The new variation is bishop c5, d3, d6, c3, h6, stopping bishop g5 ideas. Knight bd2, knight e7. So far everything is just simple and normal, and the punching starts with d4, d takes d4, c takes d4. Here there are two ways to play. One is bishop b4, d5, attacking the pinned knight, a6, attacking the bishop, a fearless move, queen a4, Black can't capture the bishop because queen will take the rook. So this knight is still in danger, and there are threats like pawn takes c6, pawn takes c6, bishop takes c6, 4 king, king and rook. So bishop d7, d takes c6, a takes b5, c takes d7 check, queen takes d7, queen takes b4, and white is a piece up. Let's go back to original line. Here bishop b6, d5, a6, bishop a4, and anything black plays knight on c6 will be killed. Let's see a tactics that any Ruy Lopez player should not forget for his lifetime. e4, e5, and f3, and c6, bishop b5, knight d4, knight takes knight, e takes d4, d3, c6. Bishop has to come back, bishop c4, knight e7, short castle, d5, bishop b3. Here black feels if he takes on e4 square, his weaknesses of double pawn on d file will be gone. D takes e4, d takes e4, ng6 to make a way for the bishop. A simple move c3, going to create a threat for the queen. D takes c3. If you remember the game number 1, you might have understood the trick by now. Bishop takes f7, king takes f7, and queen is a goner. Greed is an invitation for misery. It is not just a chess lesson, but a life lesson. Let's dive in. e4, e5, and f3, nc6, bishop b5. Next variation is knight g7, knight c3, a6, kicking the bishop, bishop a4, b5, bishop b3, h6. White strikes in the center with d4, d6, a4, b4, attacking the knight, knight d5, bishop g4. If you remember the game number 2, it was on similar lines. Knight e5, what did white just played? He has given the queen. Greedy bishops quickly captures the queen. Dangerous white gives another sacrifice by knight f6 check. King has no place to go. Knight has to be captured. G takes f6. Bishop takes f7. Mate. Black got the queen and lose the king. This is one of the funniest mate many players encounter. e4, e5, and f3, and c6, bishop b5, Ruy Lopez it is. Knight g7, white strike early in the center, d4, a6. Instead of going back, bishop takes c6, knight takes c6, d takes e5, g6, bishop g5, attacking the queen. f6 cannot be played. So, knight e7, knight c3, bishop g7. Black is in a rush to simplify the position. Knight d5, pressuring the knight. Still f6 cannot be played. It will be captured by e takes f6, and then there will be fork. Bishop has to go back to its place. And it's a no-brainer to find out this. Knight f6 mate, e4, e5, and f3, and c6, bishop b5, knight g7, d4, e takes d4, knight takes d4, ng6. White castles, bishop c5, knight is under attack, supported by bishop e3, knight takes d4, bishop takes d4, bishop takes bishop, queen takes g4, eyeing at the g7 pawn. But here comes a stunning fork, queen g5, attacking bishop and g2 pawn. Oversmart white king played knight c3, supporting the bishop, ignoring the threat at g2. And here comes sharp maneuver, knight h4, threatening mate at g2. Only saving move is g3 and knight f3, check, forking, king and queen, and it's game over for white. It is commonly observed that many oversmart people don't have common sense, and this game is showcasing the same. Now let's enjoy how to destroy Schliemann defense or reverse king's gambit. e4, e5, and f3, and c6, bishop b5. Here, mad black king plays f5. If white captures e takes f5, then there will be e5, and this knight has to go back to its original place. So white cannot capture e takes f5, he plays d3, flex e4, d takes e4, and f6. So far game is going into simple moves, basic developments, nc3, bishop c5. White's plan is very simple. He has to capture the weaknesses that are on this diagonal. So bishop g5, pinning the knight, castle. White's initial plan was to play nd5, pressurizing this pin, destroying the castle. Here there is one more beautiful move. Bishop takes f6, queen takes f6, queen d5, and game over for black. If king moves, white can simply capture the bishop on c5, and it's game over. e4, e5, nf3, nc6, bishop b5, Ruy Lopez it is. nf6, short castle, bishop c5, knight takes c5. No, it is not a mistake. It is a knight takes c5. No, it is not a mistake. It is just a return sacrifice. d4, forking bishop and knight. a6, bishop a4, knight takes e4, pawn takes e5. Clever black plays queen h4. White plays queen d5 to counter the threats like knight f2, queen takes c5, queen takes a4, rook takes f2, and suddenly white could be a piece up. But black has another story to tell. It captures bishop takes f2 check. If king goes h1, then knight g3 checkmate. Rook takes f2, queen takes f2, king h1, queen f1 mate. If you like this game, hit the like button. Subscribe the channel for more legendary chess stories, and I will see you in the next video.